Wait a minute. We're recording. Is that you, Sebastian?
Yeah. Hello,
Oh,
Tom.
well, hello there. Can you see me?
Yeah.
We
How you
okay?
doing, Tom?
I'm good. How are you? How do you like my shirt? Let me see here. Oh, come on.
Interesting.
How
Loving
are you,
it.
man? Where are you? Where am I talking to you?
You're talking to me where I live in Florida.
What part of Florida?
Trenton.
It,
It's about 40 minutes from Gainesville, but yeah, that's all to it.
so that's in the center of the state.
Bingo.
Right. I have cousins in Tampa, in the Tampa area.
I see.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
We've only Dorothy and I, my wife, we've only done a few conventions in Florida, and they've always been in Tampa. But we hope to do more of Florida. I hear there's big anime fans in Florida. Is that correct?
You are correct, actually. After all, there are a lot of them through Orlando and through Miami and stuff. So,
Right.
yeah. But
How are
anyway,
you?
good.
Are you excited?
Yes, I wanted to
I'm
say this,
excited.
but thanks for willing to do this.
Of course. Dorothy did it, and you've gotten all the people that we know, and it's nice to see you. You got a lot of good, cool stuff in the background there. That's really nice.
Yep, this
Let me
right.
ask you about your name, Sebastian, because I play softball with a guy named Sebastian, and we call him Sebi. But what do you want me to call you?
Some people call me by Sebastian, but for my close friends, including the actors, they call me by Sibs or Sebas or whatever.
Sibs, like, and I have a couple of Sibs. All right, I'm gonna go with Sebastian and maybe a little Sibs. It sounds good. How are you? What do you got? I'm ready.
Well, before we do this, just wanted to know that I've interviewed your wife like 2 years ago, and she's a very cool person.
She
And
is.
ever since then, I've been doing a lot of good stuff for her and to you as well. Just as I help you and her out, in return, she does the same for me when it comes to doing all sorts of cool stuff over the years. Like
Awesome, and I will do the same to you, Sibby, Sebby, Sibs. I got you.
good. Because I wanted to say this, but I've been hearing all over from you since Agumon from Digimon. And to tell you the truth, I never knew what anime was back then when I first watched Digimon, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, and Naruto and others
Right.
until the show you voice acted in years ago, One Punch Man, appeared before me. That show was the very reason why I've discovered anime and who the voice actors are. As
I
it turns
love
out,
it.
turns out
Crablante.
to turns I discovered you and your wife. And from the looks of things, you do a lot of cool stuff over the years. And that's the reason why I've come to support you and everybody so much. And
Oh,
right
I'm so
now,
happy.
I became an official voice actor myself. As and
Ooh.
recently got casted to do a commercial and just getting my gig done so that I can send it out to my agency that got me to do it.
So you were watching Digimon, but you weren't aware it was anime until you found your way to One Punch Man, in which I did Crablante, the only crab you'll ever see in underwear. And because of that, you wanted to get into anime and voiceover, and now you've done a gig of yourself.
That's correct.
That's great, man. That
And
is great.
and that's why I've been meeting a lot of voice actors for 3 years since
Do
the
you
day
enjoy it?
I do enjoy it actually. It gives me a lot of enlightenment to just socialize with other people more as a way for me to just to learn to do that for the sake of my independence.
Well, it's this is something you love to do, and so you love the people that are involved in it. That's fantastic. What was the commercial that you did, Sebastian? What
The
was it
one
for?
actually right now it's because a few weeks ago I actually did a BMPL logic which is in my Instagram stories and
Okay,
the one I'm doing right now, it's something that is part of it, but it will be showing off when the time comes.
fantastic.
All it
Are you
takes is announcements and stuff.
are you taking a class at all, or did you
I
just jump right in?
actually I've been taking a lot of classes, and actually
Great.
did did one in Canada like a few months ago and graduated from it from in March. And
Congratulations.
thank
Voiceover classes are so fun.
in
Voice acting is so fun, and you don't have to worry about, as an actor, you don't have to worry about how you look because it's all how you sound. So I shaved for you today, Sebastian. I wanted to look decent for you, but in reality, you can show up just with a baseball hat on, put the headphones on, boom, and go. But it's great, man. I'm so happy you're taking classes.
yeah. To be honest with you, I actually done the same thing, like been through a lot of different stuff, because that's
Nice.
how people are. But
Yes.
anyway,
Yes.
I have a lot of questions I've been wanting
Okay.
to ask you.
I will do my best to answer them, Sebastian, known as Sibs. Go.
Tell me, how is it like being a voice actor in many animated shows?
Well, all I ever wanted to be was an actor since I was a kid. You follow what your passion is. You follow what you want to do. I wanted to be a baseball player for a little bit, but I wasn't really that good, so I had to find another dream. You know what I'm saying, Sebastian? So then I didn't really know I wanted to be a voiceover actor, but I knew I wanted to be an actor because I grew up in New York, and my family took us to a Broadway show, and I saw everybody on stage, and I was like, well, what is this theater? What's going on here? And then I realized, oh, it's all make believe. They're all pretending. This is fantastic. And they made me laugh, and they made me a little sad, and they made me really happy. And I was like, what's that? That's called being an actor. I want to do that. I want to make people feel the way I'm feeling right now watching this Broadway show. So that was the beginning. And when you're an actor, you want to do everything. And somebody recommended me to do a voiceover, and that was the beginning.
Interesting.
It's
Which
all
lead
make believe. I mean, all acting, voice acting is acting. So it's all make believe. It's all let's pretend, right?
I see. Which leads me to the most important question. How did you get into voice acting?
Hmm. Let's see. Well, I wanted to be an actor. I met my beautiful wife, Dorothy Elias-Fahn, as you know, and the fans know from Naruto and so many shows. I met her in college, and we were in the theater department together. We were in plays and scenes together. And then after college, we got married and we moved to LA. We went to college in Long Beach, which is south of Los Angeles, but all the action is here in LA. So we moved to LA, we got married, and I was working for a film company, not an acting job, just a job. And I was rewinding film. And one of the guys in the sound department called me and said, hey, you're an actor, right? I think we have a voice for you to come down and do. Come down here. So I went down to the recording studio. A wonderful man named Tony Garber recommended me to a wonderful man named Bert Sharp, and they needed the voice of a radio announcer in this one scene in this one movie called A Man Called Sarge. It's like a comedy. And in the background, you hear the radio. Today, the Yankees beat the Dodgers 2-1. And, the Germans beat the French 3-2. It was like a comedy about World War II, right? So that was my first voiceover on a film called A Man Called Sarge, about 1988, 89, so long ago. You weren't born then. But anyway,
Yeah.
that was the beginning for me. And then I thought, ooh, I want to take a class, do a voiceover demo. And then a great friend, Victor Garcia. See, the entertainment industry, my young friend Sebastian, is like any business. And it's all who you know, right? If you were a plumber, you would get the good plumbing jobs if another plumber said, hey, I'm recommending you. If you were a teacher, you would get a good teaching job if another teacher. So it's all who you know. And Victor Garcia was a friend of mine, and he was producing something called Japanimation, which was the original title for anime. And then they don't call it that anymore. They call it anime. And he said, yeah, I need actors, man. I need voice actors. I need you and Dorothy, and I need your brother Jonathan and your sister Melissa, and I need all your friends. And he even needed our friend named Steve, who is Steve Bloom. So we all started together on this show called The Guyver. It was very violent, early 90s, The Guyver. That was the first one we all did.
I
And from
see.
and from there, it all went. The Guyver, Orgus, Macros, Trigon, Cowboy Bebop. It all went from there.
I see. So
Yeah.
that's how you get to voice acting.
Well, it's because I knew someone, and then I had to audition, and you get it. Yeah.
To be honest with you, I
Yes,
was
sir.
gonna to ask you the question about what was your first ever character you played as way before you got into others, but since you mentioned something about your first ever voice acting gig was that announcer in that movie you did a
Yeah,
long time ago, it
that's
had
right,
me
man.
thinking that, boy, you must have read my mind before I could even say that.
Well, I've done a couple of podcasts, and everyone follows the same. You want to know how we started, right? You want to know the beginning.
Yeah.
You want the origin story of Tom Fawn, right?
Yep. And you just answer it for me.
That's great, man.
Oh. And that's what I
Great.
love about you, Tom. You
Yeah.
just being too awesome. Just like your wife, Dorothy.
Yeah, well, you gotta have fun in life, Sebastian, right? You gotta have some fun in life, right?
Indeed.
Yes,
Indeed.
indeed, indeed. I have
But,
some questions for you when the time is right, but we'll get to them.
of course.
Okay.
But let's answer your questions about the characters. But
Yeah.
in the show Cowboy Bebop, what was your
Yeah.
favorite part about playing Ruku Mecha Monorero? I'm just trying
Right,
to say
right.
his name right.
His name was Rocco Bonaro.
Monaro. Yes, right, right, right.
And so here's the thing about this. You'll get a kick out of this. Maybe the fans will like this. Mary Elizabeth McGlynn was directing that show, and she's a wonderful friend of all of ours, and a great director and a great actress. And she called me and said, "I got a part for you." Okay, so I go there. I don't know what's going to happen. The session is going to be 2 hours, and I don't even know what Cowboy Bebop is. I didn't even, we're all dubbing the episodes. There's only like 20 or 22 episodes or 23. Anyway, I'm on episode 8, and I'm playing this guy who wants to be like Steve Bloom's character, which is kind of funny because Steve Bloom and I are old friends, but he wasn't there, right? It was just me and Mary, right? And Steve Bloom's character is telling me, "Hey man, calm down. Be cool. Be like water. Be like water," which is like a Bruce Lee thing. Be like water. Be smooth. And I'm this character. Hey, I'm really hyper, really energetic. And then at the end of the episode, should I give you a spoiler? Well, let's just say that he does not survive the episode. And I didn't know that. And I said to the director, "What? He gets killed? This is such a great character." She goes, "I know, just let's keep going." And we did it, and it was over. And I have this line where I say, I thought we could be friends. Then I breathed my last breath. And Mary Elizabeth came out of the booth, and she was a little teary eyed. She goes, "Tom Fawn, darn it, you made me cry." So that's a far away thing from Agumon. Agumon is, "Hey, what's going on, Sebastian? It's me, Agumon." To all the way to Cowboy Bebop, which is, but I like doing that a lot. And people still come up to me at the anime conventions, and they go, "Dude, we loved you in Cowboy Bebop, man. Rocco Bonaro."
Interesting. So that's
Thank
why
you.
you like that. So that's what you like about playing that character. Because
Yeah,
I've actually seen Cowboy Bebop actually. Because
right.
here's the fun fact that
Yeah.
Mary Elizabeth McGlenn and Steve Bloom are married in real life. And I've
Yes,
often
that's
seen photos
right.
of them.
That's right. Cheers. They're very happy. Good for
Yep,
them.
indeed. And also that I've
Wait,
met
can I
Wendy
can, can
Lee
I ask you a
also.
question? Can I ask you,
What's your question?
have you seen all of Cowboy Bebop? Have you seen that episode where I did not survive the episode?
I have indeed.
Oh,
Because
okay.
that's
Very good.
Well, that's because I've seen a lot of anime since the day I've discovered it.
So
That's why I discovered Cowboy Bebop for that reason.
awesome.
So, yeah, that's something I wanted to tell you. But anyway,
Awesome.
you'd mentioned something about Agumon, but
Yeah,
how is
you
it
mentioned.
like playing Agumon in Digimon?
Well, I mean, I don't know what you want me to say, but hey, Sebastian, it's me, Agumon. So this is probably my most popular character because it was on in the late 90s, 1998, 99. I think it's 25 years this year, 2000, and all through the 2000s. And a lot of people come up to me. Here we go. Come on, buddy. A lot of people come up to me at conventions and they tell me that they came home after school and they turned on the TV and they watched Fox Kids and they love Digimon and they love Agumon and they're happy to meet me. So it's very nice. I loved doing Agumon and I still did Agumon a couple of years ago. They say I'm done doing it, but I bet you I end up doing it again. Oh, let me tell you something. The Digimon movie was done in 2001 and last year we recorded, they left out a half hour of script. And so they got everybody who was still around and they recast some of the people who weren't. And we did the Digimon movie Ultimate Edition. And that's coming out this year.
Yeah, I'm fully aware of that. Also,
You
because
know everything because you are Sebastian.
and and yes, I'm also aware about some of the characters that were once originally played by the old actors were now casted by new ones since the old ones either retired or passed away.
That
And
is right.
that's and but you know what else?
Yes. Tell me.
Turns out turns out I'm actually in developments of making some of the videos for those deceased actors, like
Oh,
Philly
like a
Simpler, for example. I'm making one for her as a way to
yeah,
celebrate the anniversary of her passing, just like
yeah.
I did for Billy Komet's 1 year ago, which a lot of people actually supported me through Dorothy Fahn, through Steve Staley, Richard Epcar, even Christina V as well. Everybody did because they
That's
all knew of
fantastic.
my dedication of helping everybody out and help
That's
them be
fantastic.
remembered.
Well, that's very nice of you to do that. And Felice was lovely and very talented. And also, there's an actor who passed away who was on Digimon Ultimate movie, Bob Happenbrook, and his son Bryce Happenbrook is playing the part his father played in the Digimon Ultimate movie. They lowered his voice to give it that. I think it's a great Greymon, or you know what it is. The fans know better than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I actually met two voice actors of Digimon like a few weeks ago.
What?
You know which ones I got to meet?
Tell me.
You'll be surprised, but
Tell
Colino,
me.
Colino Shaughnessy and
Oh, she's
Kirk Thornton.
they're both great. Colleen is
Yep,
so sweet and lovely, and Kirk is great. I've known him forever. Those are great people. Great
yep.
people. Where did you meet those guys?
Octaku Fest in Miami, and
Ooh,
I showed Kirk my voice acting of him, and he told me that, wow, you sound a lot like me, Sebastian. And I was like, yeah, that's because I practiced a lot of voice acting for
yeah.
years. And
Ha-
since
have
I
you
know, oh,
have you had them on your show?
honestly, no. But that's why I came to thought that why meeting them online when I can meet them in person? And that's where I
Wow.
came to them, and well, here I am meeting them
How
in
how was that convention? Was that a big one or a
a,
middle medium size or a big one?
a big one, actually.
Wow.
And to tell you the truth, a lot of voice actors start to know me so well on social media because
Yeah.
when I told them my name, they were surprised, realizing that it is me, the same person who did a lot of videos for almost 3 years. And that's
It
why
is
they are.
you, the legend of Sebastian.
You could say that again. But Paul St. Peter actually said the same thing since I
Yeah,
got
he's
to
great.
interview him like a few 1 week ago.
That's
So,
wonderful. You know, I'm so sorry, and your fans will be disappointed. I'm not on much social media, but that could change. But I'm with Dorothy, so if you ever need me, if you ever want to find me, anybody, just find Dorothy, and she'll find me.
of course, you say
Of
that.
course, that's how
But
that's how you found me. That is how
yes,
you found me, Sebastian.
indeed. But anyway,
Yeah.
how does it feel about playing Shinobi Troll in Eden's Zero?
Oh my God, you're going way back. I think he was a really bad guy, right? Just a freaky, crazy bad guy. Yeah. That was great. Sebastian, I have to be honest with you. I go into these sessions and they're always 2 hours, and I play the character. And when the character's done, I do everything I can in the booth. I yell, I scream, cry, whatever I got to do. And then after 2 hours, it's done, and I'm tired, and I get a glass of water, and then I get in the car, and I basically forget what I've done till you guys tell me. You guys tell me, you're like, hey, that voice you did, that was really good. I don't even remember. I leave it in the booth in the studio. But that was fun. It's always fun playing a crazy person. Go ahead.
I see. So that's how you like about playing that character. Because
I
today,
like it, Sebastian.
because to tell you the truth, I'm actually in the development of making the video of Eden Zero, the first season, as a way to represent to make sure the second season gets English dubbed.
Oh,
Since they've
sure.
been demanding for the second season to get English dubbed for months, and it's been
Whoa,
driving me crazy with all that
whoa,
spamming thing. And that's where it
whoa.
came to me that if I make that video for my YouTube channel and show it to the actors, even to
Right.
Brooke Chalmers, I can gain their support to make sure Bang Zoom be able to get it English dub so that I won't
Right.
have to see any spamming comments anymore.
Right. Well, it all come. I don't understand all of it, but I know it all comes from Japan. So if Japan makes a season two,
They did do
then there,
that,
then it should be they should be a dub English two of
and
season
that's
two.
and that's something I'm working hard to do to make sure I get everybody's support to make sure it gets
Sebastian
English
wants to
dub.
see Eden Zero season two.
Yeah, English dubbed by all means for everybody for Netflix.
English
So
dub.
yeah.
Let me hear
Yes.
this. Let me hear this voice because you do it really good. Let me hear
Everyone has the right to see Eden Zero to season 2 get English dubbed for the sake of the fans, of course.
it. That's a good voice. Don't forget that one. You do that one really good. That low voice. That's good.
Indeed. But
Indeed.
anyway,
Yes, sir.
what's so awesome about being part of the show Bleach as these two characters that I had so much confusion about, like Mizuru and Kano. It's
I
just
don't know. Look, can I ask you a question in front of all the fans? Dorothy and I have been trying to figure this out. I
yeah,
don't. That might not be me, because I asked Jamie Simone, and we were trying to get to the bottom of it, and he says he played it. So if you look at on Mizu, how do you say that? Mizuko, begins with an
Mizuru
N. Yeah,
Mizuru Kachima.
yeah. I think that's Jamie Simone, and I think somehow I am incorrectly credited. You might be discovering this on your podcast. I don't think that's me. I think I am the other part that you mentioned, like a smaller part. You mentioned two parts. The second one, I think, is me. Or I might have played the one character for like a couple of episodes, but Jamie Simone did it. And it's so long ago that I know I worked on Bleach, but I don't remember a lot of it. And it's so popular and people want to talk to me about it. I'm like, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But I think it might be Jamie Simone. I want you to do some research on that. Get back to me.
Actually, that's a question I've been wanting to ask you for a long time. And
Yeah.
that's the reason why I want to ask you that, so that
Yeah.
I may understand what the fans must see the truth about it in order to
Yeah.
make sure they correct.
I'm trying to understand it too because I don't want to sign any Bleach stuff if I'm not the voice of it. I think I might have worked on one or two episodes, but I'm not sure if I am that character or not. I've been looking on YouTube to get an English dub reference, and I'm trying to hear my voice, and it didn't sound like me.
Oh, but anyway, back on the questions. But
Yes.
what's the most awesome thing when playing Jay Geel and Wired Beck in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Yeah, Jay Giles. Yeah, I did 2 episodes of JoJo's Bizarre, and the fans know that because I have the something to sign if you come to my booth at a convention, and they go, "Oh, dude, JoJo." Both those characters were psychopaths, crazy, over the top, nut jobs, and then at the end of the episode, they both get killed terribly. So when you do a voiceover session, and you may know this, when you're playing a part like that, they save the screaming for the end of the session. So I remember a lot of screaming on that, yeah, or whatever, and then he gets killed, and yeah, it's just crazy. I just remember working hard on that, and the fans seem to like it. So.
Interesting. So that's what you like
Very
about
interesting, Sebastian.
to tell you this, I've actually met a I've been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and you playing those two characters are just brilliant, you know?
Thank you, man. Thank you
And
so
the
much.
and the fun part is Dorothy Fawn was also part of it too. I
I
even got
know.
to meet Richard Apcar like 1 year ago. Because the
Richard
funny
F.
thing,
Carr he's a very tall guy, and his voice is like this.
indeed, he is
And it
very good at all these sorts of stuff, like
very
a lot of
much.
characters.
And
Oh,
he calls he calls everybody buddy. Hello, Sebastian, buddy. What's happening, buddy? I love that guy. I've known him forever. Yeah,
it's
I've known him
so
forever. He's the best
hilarious.
guy. He's so great. Him and his lovely wife Ellen. They're both great people.
Indeed, they are. You know, I'm gonna be honest, but you really are making me laugh right there,
I
putting a
know. I
smile
like
on
to
my
crack you
face.
up. I like to crack you up, buddy.
But
Indeed.
oh, and here comes the best part. But
Okay.
what was your favorite part about being the voice of Crabalente in One Punch Man?
Crablante. Yeah, well, anytime you get to play a crab in his underwear, that's some funny stuff. Yeah, I remember doing it and having a great time. I did the video game too, and people come up to me. I have one little thing to sign, one little 8x10 or whatever, and it's Crablante, and they look at Agumon and they look at JoJo, and then they go, "Dude, you're Crablante." So it seems to make people happy. People remember it. I think that's my favorite part. That it's a part that people like and remember. A lot of fun. They're all fun to do, man. If you don't have fun doing them, then get out of this business. It's all fun. I mean, it's just like when I was a kid watching Broadway. It's all make believe, right? So you got to have fun with it.
Indeed.
Indeed.
You know, I wanted to say this, but One Punch Man, man, I have been watching it, and it's
Yeah.
been super incredible, actually. And you being part of the first episode was an excellent choice right there. And
And
and I've been
you
watching it nonstop right there. And you know what the best part is?
tell me.
There's a third season coming this year, and
Wow.
everyone's been bringing the hopes to this. I even told this to my biggest fan of my YouTube channel, Max Middleman, even to Wendy Lee, and most importantly, to Zeno Robinson. And they all
Great.
told me, "Thank you so much, Sebastian." And I told them, "It's what I do best."
They're
And
great people. It's good that you keep up with them. And Wendy Lee is fantastic. Dorothy and I have known her forever, and she's lovely, and she's a great actress and a great director. Great director.
indeed. And you know what else? Turns out I made a video of One Punch Man, of the characters and voice actors, which I included you in there as a
I
way
want to
to.
see that.
Oh, trust me. Once you search up on my YouTube channel, Seba's Voiceover World, and search up the One Punch Man characters and voice actors, pretty
Mm,
soon you're going to see everything that is
awesome.
coming to you, just like I've
I
done it for others for years. And
I
trust
like
me,
I like that, man.
but last question, but
Yeah.
what's the biggest thing when playing Bohara in Hunter x Hunter?
He's the big heavy guy, right? Yeah, I did a voice like this because he was really big and he was really fat. So I played it like that and I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I love that. That was fun. I'm in like the first couple of episodes of Hunter X Hunter. Indeed. That was really fun to do. Did it out at Bang Zoom. Great people.
Yep. To be honest with you, you did very well playing that character, especially when
Thank
you
you.
got to interact with a lot of people like through Erica Mendez, through Christina V, through everybody. And also that Dorothy was also involved in it. And listen to
Yeah,
that. It's
yeah.
all in a great place right there. Because
Yeah,
the
it's
funny
it's
thing
nice.
is, you really entertained me with all that stuff you've done.
Well, man, actors are entertainers, and it's very nice of you to say the things that you've been saying. It's very nice. But I will say this, I didn't get to see, when we do the voiceovers, when we record, no one else is there. So I didn't see Christina B or Dorothy or Erica, none of them. I hear them if they've recorded their parts already, but it's usually just me and the director and an engineer. So that's just
Yeah.
something for the fans to know. Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, I actually learned that from the classes,
Of
and that's
course,
something
because
I've
you're
understood.
yes, yes. Now, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Do you have many brothers and sisters, or is it just you? Is this a big house you're in, or just you?
Actually, I have three sisters, actually,
Woo,
and
that's
I'm the
nice.
only brother.
Are you the oldest or the youngest?
I'm actually like
In
the
the middle.
the middle one.
Yeah. I have an older brother, me, and then a younger brother, and then a little sister. So I'm one of four as well, just like you.
Wow. Interesting.
Indeed. I like when you say indeed. You got a good voice, Sebastian. I no wonder you're doing voiceovers.
You know, to tell you the truth, a lot of people actually said that through Kyle Abair, through Richard, through
Right.
Mick Lauer, everybody,
Right.
all the voice actors, even Jessica Strauss, even said the same thing, and that's why they
Great.
all believe in me and
Yeah.
know that I'll be pushing forward. Even Dorothy said the same thing too. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, let me tell you something, man. You want to be around people who are encouraging. You want to be around positive people. And me, I'm very silly. I like to have a lot of fun, because this is our life. This is our life. We're in it right now. Let's have a good time, You know?
Of course. And
Yes.
and to be honest with you, you really are a good person. You and
Thank you,
Dorothy
sir. I
are.
think you are as well. And Crablante would say, "Hello, Sebastian."
Yep. Well, Tom,
Yes.
it's such an honor to finally meet you, Tom, and that hopefully in a few months, when I do go to California, which I will be eventually, I'll
Woo.
come by to come meet with you and Dorothy, along with some others, as a way to know you well as a person. So
Fantastic.
so that's something
May,
I'll be willing to do, no matter
Also,
the
if
cost.
we come to Florida to come to a convention, we will let you know on Dorothy's Instagram, and you let everybody know here. Dorothy is Dorothy Fawn, or I think her Instagram. Find her on Instagram, and she has our schedule. And if you come to California, we're doing a couple of things in California this year. Dorothy puts our schedule on her Instagram, but I'd love to meet you in person. I'll never forget you because you are Sebastian, also known as Sibs.
I'm glad you say that, Tom.
Awesome.
Well, Tom,
Yep,
it's super nice to finally meet you and tell Dorothy I said hello and that
I
she is a
will.
loving, wonderful person
She
and
is.
always will be.
She's sweet as sugar. Sebastian, always be around nice people. Okay, buddy?
I will,
And remember
Tom.
the golden rule: what you give, you should get back. If you're nice to people, you should get that back. If
Of
people
course,
aren't nice to you, you don't want to be around those people. Don't forget that.
I will, Tom, and I
Okay,
will do
buddy.
that.
All right. Thanks for all the good advice and wonderful things you said to you.
I'll see you around, Tom.
Okay, buddy.
Later.
Peace.